I have been flat out with work at the minute, folks, and I've finally had a bit of breathing space with my project this weekend, and I've had a little bit of fun playing around with AI. And I've made a little bit of a video that'll hopefully prick your ears up, get you a bit curious about it, because it is everywhere, and there's a lot of entry points where you can go in and learn a little bit more about it and possibly integrate it into your job or future proof your career. But as always, any questions, drop them in.
What I've done here, folks, is I've gone on to Hugging Face and I have did a little bit of research here with regards to conversational models, and I've picked this here Facebook BlenderBot 400M Distill model to have a little bit of a play around, because I am curious about machine learning and artificial intelligence, folks, and it's absolutely everywhere at the minute. I'm, disclaimer, not an expert in this at all. I just have got a curious mind, and I like to at least be able to know enough to have a conversation about it. All right. And this being a conversational model, I've actually written a little bit of code to actually talk through my microphone, have that then converted into text for the model to understand it, and then to get an actual spoken response back through my speakers. I was trying to do a few weeks back from scratch, but since then I've obviously learned a little bit more about it, and these pre-built models are a really good way forward, because a lot of the hard work's been done already, folks, because it does take a lot of power, computational power. It is harmful to the environment if you're thinking about environment wise, and also you've got to have a very powerful computer to be able to do it as well, to be able to train a model. So these are pre-trained models. You can take these and be nearly all the way there, and then actually fine-tune them for your specific use case as well, which I am going to learn about and eventually do, hopefully. As you can see here on this interface in Hugging Face, you can actually type in a sentence here and have a conversation just in a text format. So like I could type in, "How are you?" and I'll get a response back out of that there. So yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. What do you like to do in your spare time? And the conversation can go on, folks. Like I said, this is a conversational model. Like it says up here, you can search absolutely thousands of models here. Donated by the general public, folks, from people who, like me, are curious about artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's all open source code, freely available to everyone. It's the best way for people to be able to learn, folks. And I like to say, open source, it's just there for everyone, and that way, any errors and enhancements can be worked on with as many heads as possible to, move the needle forward, because that's the way things should be, folks. Move forward as quickly as possible so we can get the best from them. Anyway, in this VS Code workspace of mine here, this is the actual model that we just spoke about that's incorporated into this bit of code. I am not a coder, folks. I wrote this code with the help of ChatGPT. Yep. I wrote this code by utilizing another conversational model. I'll probably be wrong calling it a conversational model. I've actually been doing a little bit of study on the Hugging Face platform. It does have a good learning part to it, and it can go into a lot of techie stuff, which I do like, but I don't want to get overwhelmed, and it'll take me a while to learn a lot more about it. All right. But what this code does in a nutshell is it'll capture the audio from my microphone, and it'll just continue that conversation in this loop for as long as I want until I tell it to exit, like this little bit of code is done here. And you can go on, folks, and have a conversation with as many different types of models as you want. And like I said, you can go beyond this and fine-tune, use this model and actually fine-tune a model to your use case. Okay. But I'll just give you a quick demo of what this does, as I'm sure that's what you're here for. And I actually enjoy using it as well, just to see what it can do, which is quite amazing. So I'm just going to run this piece of code. It's called conversation_nubs.py. So Python conversation_nubs.py. If I hit enter there, and that will run up this piece of code and kickstart this model. I'm actually having to record it on my phone, folks.
Unfortunately, the recording software was conflicting with the code itself. So I'm gonna just do a quick demo here of running the code and having a bit of a conversation just to show this in action. And if you've got any questions, folks, please drop them in. So again, Python conversation nubs.py, just to start it up. And I'll pull this microphone a bit closer to myself. It's asking me to say something. How are you?
Doing well. How are you? I just got back from a long day of work.
Oh, I feel you. I had a hard day too. What time are you going to bed?
Going to go to bed at 9, but I ended up staying up all night.
Oh, that's not good. I will leave you to go to sleep. I'm going to bed soon too. Night, night.
Wish I could go back to sleep, but I have to wake up early tomorrow for work.
Exit. You can see, folks, it's not all the way there yet, but it's exciting where that model actually is. You know, that's not one of the most recent models. There are absolutely thousands, like I said, and it's something to build on, yeah. And what I found on Upwork, folks, I'm doing a lot of voice projects at the moment, and it's all about training these models, and they are looking a multitude of different types of answers, you know, happy answers, sad answers, you know, angry answers. So it's a little bit like voice acting, these responses you're given, but it's all about training these models because they're looking possibly in the future to, you know, have a model that's practically as close to a human as you can get. So as always, folks, any questions, drop them in there. I'm always looking forward to collaborating with people on things like this here, you know, and that'll get the wheels turning. And I leave this one with you and wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.